Vlad,
Hello, Irina.
I'm so happy to see you in Vienna now.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Well, thank you for joining me for the interview. How was your Dubai MEBA? I hope everything was successful.
Yeah, MEBA was quite successful. We are based in Dubai as well, so it's our exhibition we will always come to.
Okay. You know, I was actually reading an article about the development in the Middle East, and I came across information that Red Sea International Airport, for example, which is located in Saudi Arabia, is open for private jets, and Saudi Arabia is offering weekend getaways, almost super luxury stuff that they are building around. And I was thinking, what aircraft should I take from Dubai to Saudi Arabia so it works for me as a client or for anybody else?
Correct. Saudi Arabia investing now a lot of funds into developing the country for luxury living, for luxury holidays.
Okay.
And Red Sea is the new project. You can fly there with a private jet already.
Okay.
So we have in our industry different aircraft models, different categories. So we have very light jet category, but those planes can do only flights up to 1 hour and 45 minutes.
And this is Cessna Citation CG1.
Yes, for example, this is a Cessna Citation CG1. It has 5 seats, call catering on board, and no flight attendant. So it's a small plane for small missions.
Okay, shorter journeys. Something very popular in Europe.
Yeah, right. This is a very popular aircraft for European flights.
Would that be an aircraft model that will take me from Dubai to Saudi Arabia?
No, we need to go bigger to another
Okay.
category. We have here, for example, light jet category. It's a 6-seater aircraft, for example, a Cessna Citation CJ2.
Okay.
It can already do the destinations for 2.5-hour flights. It has cold catering on board.
Okay.
And also no flight attendant.
No flight attendant.
Yeah, if you go to a higher category, it's called mid-size jet. It's already 8 up to 9 seats configuration. It has already hot catering on board.
Okay.
So you can order from your restaurant of your choice.
Okay.
So you have flight attendant on board.
Excellent.
Serving you the catering.
So you get the fuller service for the money you pay.
It's already a good service, good value for money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Flight attendant, food, that's part of luxury entertainment, I guess?
Yes, and such jets do operate already flights up to 4 hours.
Up to 4.
Yeah, you can easily go to Red Sea, and enjoy with your family and friends the good flight with catering, with flight attendant on board. If you go to the higher categories, it's a super mid-size jet. It's a Legacy 600, manufactured by Brazil. Embraer, yes,
You
right.
were talking about that once we were in Dubai, right?
Yes, it's quite popular because it has a flight range of 6 to 7 hours, so you can easily go across the whole Middle East. You can easily go with this plane to Europe.
Okay.
You have certain seats on this plane.
Okay.
You have flight attendant, you have hot catering, so you're well served. For example, if you are going from Europe to Middle East or other way from Middle East to Europe,
Right.
you're using first-class flights. So you are paying for one passenger about 10,000 euro.
Right.
And here you have certain passengers, you have your family, you have your friends.
And how much is that?
So you can also split the cost between the passengers, and it will cost you the same like flying first class.
Would that save me time if we compare it to the first class?
Exactly, because all the private jets are departing from private jet terminals. You have no queues, no hassle. You are spending like from the car to the jet about 15 to 20 minutes. You have people there who are taking care for your luggage. You have some food, drinks while you are waiting for the boarding.
All easy.
Yeah, all easy, easy going.
People working for the money that you are paying the aircraft operator for. Okay.
Exactly, it's all paid already with your charter price.
What about this model, Bombardier Global 5000? I've seen one displayed in Dubai, but it was 7,000. What's the difference?
It's already a higher category. It's a heavy jet. Heavy jet, you can fly up to 10, 11 hours with the Global 5000.
Okay.
We have other heavy jets as well, which can do flights up to 12 hours.
Okay.
We have ultra long range jets as well. It's the global 7,500. You can do already flights up to 15 hours.
Where do you stretch your legs here? Sorry for interrupting you, but it seems like I want to know more about it. You explained it so well. Is there a couch area or some kind of area where you can have the sleep bed?
The heavy jets, all of them, they have different cabin configurations.
Okay.
You can split the cabin between couches, between sofas, dining area. You have beds for sleeping in some of these airplanes as well.
Very insightful, Vlad. Give me again this overview on the price policy depending on the aircraft category.
So, the pricing on all the aircraft categories is different. Same like different number of seats, different services available on the flight, the prices are also different. So, if we are talking about the very light jet category, you can count about 2,000, 2.5 for a flight hour on this plane. You have 5-seat capacity. If you go into the 6-seat capacity, this hour will cost you about 3,000 euro. If you go then to mid-size jet category, you will be paying around 4,000 euro for a flight hour. If you go higher to a super mid-size jet category, you will be paying around 6,000 euro, but you already have certain seats.
And you have a range of up to 10 hours, is that correct?
Up to 7 hours.
Up to 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then if you go to heavy jet and ultra long jet, you're always counting about 10 to 12,000 euro for a flight hour.
Very luxury.
Very luxury, long range. It's a big plane. It's fuel consumed, so it costs
a lot.
A lot.
Probably to get the hard quote that you are the person who will let me know how much my trip, whatever I'm expecting in the future, will cost me.
Of course, if you share with us your travel dates, your destination, and the number of passengers, we can then create a portfolio of aircrafts available for this flight. So we'll give you a full overview
information
from the best affordable price up to luxury price for a heavy jet or even higher models.
Yeah, I think it's very good for a client to give a person information to think about it, yeah? Because sometimes you want to have an understanding, an overview of the service you're about to use. And I believe it's an excellent service-oriented quotation that you submit for the people to find out what they can count on, because one day they might have a flight for 5 hours, one day they might have a flight for 1.5 hours, but those are still your clients, right?
Sure. And on some flights you are going alone on the flight, so you can have a smaller jet.
Okay.
On some flights you have your family, your friends with you, so you can choose a bigger plane with more seating capacity. So different mission, different targets, different airplanes.
Everything is manageable.
Yes, of course.
Any other services besides aircraft charter sale that you are currently offering in your portfolio?
Yes, we are offering aircraft sales brokerage as well.
Okay.
So you can buy with us any of those jets or even more. There are currently over 2,000 jets for sale worldwide. So we are cooperating in aircraft sales transactions with Mesotis Jets. It's a well-established aircraft sales company.
Yeah,
and
great
they are
company.
helping us and our clients to do and find the best deal.
Okay. A good partnership is always a plus. It's great to know that you cooperate with such a great guys as Mesotis Jets. Thank you for telling me this information. I think it adds up to your portfolio of services impeccably.
Of course. Here, for example, we have a Jeppesen airway manual. Okay. Pilots are using it to identify the airport approach when landing at the airport, because every airport, it has different runways. Previously, those airway manuals were carried on an airplane in a paper form as a backup. So today, all the pilots are using as a backup an iPad.
How is that important to know Jeppesen chart or to have an idea about certain airport that your client desire to approach?
Different airports, they have different runways. For example, in Europe, we have few places where you can only land with special aircraft types. We have St. Moritz, we have Saint-Tropez. So we know those types who can land at this airport, and we're always consulting and advising our clients which aircraft they should take for the mission.
Would you say that a lighter jet has more probability to land in St. Moritz or in Saint-Tropez?
So in St. Moritz, you can only land with small planes, which can land on small airfields. In Saint-Tropez, it's a bit different case. The aircraft needs to have a special approach performance, and those types which has their performance are certified by the airport itself. So you can land there, for example, with PC-12, you can land with Cessna Citation Latitude, you can also land with bigger planes like Falcon Dassault. Yeah.
Good to know. So if the client doesn't really want to switch to a lighter jet but wants to take the mid-side, Falcon will be the perfect option for that.
Yeah, Falcon is already a super mid-size, and you can use it for Saint-Tropez.
I have met many people who claim to be broker. But the fact is that broker is not just selling aircraft charter, but also it's very important to know about various airport destinations.
Of course, broker needs to have the experience. They need to operate many flights until they know what's possible and what's not possible. So I'm doing it since 19 years already, and I have sold charter flights around the world, not just only in Europe. We were operating to Africa, to Asia, to CIS countries. We're also operating to North and South America, Canada. Wherever you want to go, we can do it.
You were a great swimmer, representing Austrian Championship League, and decided a good combination will be to study business. So you already set a goal for yourself to work as a businessman.
Yes, already while doing sports, I have decided to go to business. So that's why I choose the Vienna Business School, to get an overview about accounting, about business creation, about all the steps to run a business.
I received your resume and I fed it to ChatGPT to find out what the ChatGPT thinks about you. Do you want to hear about it? Okay, check this out. Dynamic, result-driven aviation executive from Austria with 19 years of experience in private jet charter, fuel supply, and private jet operations. Proven track record in strategic planning, financial management, and business development. Does it sound like true?
Yes, it sounds like me. I have started my career in a private jet aviation company called Jet Alliance in Vienna.
Everybody knows Jet Alliance.
Yeah, we were one of the biggest airline for private jets in Europe.
The company no longer exists, but what it gave a lot of people who were starting working for Jet Alliance is to find out what the business aviation is all about. It had multiple departments and everybody was working simultaneously and learned a lot from that experience. Was that for you the first fundamental experience where you learn everything from A to Z?
Yes, it was the best and fundamental private jet school for me. I have started my career at the charter sales department, following then as a key account manager for aircraft owners. So I was representing Jet Alliance and managing aircrafts.
Let's go from this Jet Alliance experience. What happened next?
As the next, I have established a private jet charter marketplace. It was in 2013. Following with another project based on the marketplace, it was a seat sharing. We were selling private jet seats across Europe.
Why was it so popular?
So we took the combination of a private jet and tried to convince business class passengers to book a seat in a private jet. So they were flying the same destinations they would fly with an airline flight, but using the private jet terminal. So they were saving around 1 up to 2 hours time what they usually spend at the airport for check-in, the luggage, and the boarding the plane, because in our industry we are using private jet terminals, and you can go quite fast all the security and luggage screening, so you need just 15 minutes from your car to the plane.
You also managed to establish the company that had to do with fuel supply, and then you sold it. Seems like a really good business idea, which had to take you about a year or 3, right?
We used the opportunity of COVID, because during the COVID there was no demand from airliners for the fuel supply, and all the fuel suppliers like Shell, BP, Total, they were ready to accept new brokers for the refueling, and we were signing up with all these major fuel suppliers and then brokering the fuel to private jet operators.
Fuel is one of the most important subjects when we talk about private jet travel. And why is that important? The fuel price varies everywhere, right?
Yes, fuel is the biggest part of a charter hour.
Okay.
So, and all the operators are interested in getting better prices for fuel.
With a 19 years experience in business aviation, I would like to ask you a question about money, which is always important. And due to the fact that transactions can go from 20,000 up to any kind of number, whatever the aircraft is desired for the trip. In terms of cryptocurrency, tell me, because you have an experience working with crypto transactions, anything important that you would like to say about crypto transactions?
Yes, right. The industry is changing. There are new methods of payment beside the classical and usual bank transfer or credit card payment.
Okay.
We have also now crypto payments. So some clients are willing to pay with crypto, with USDT, sometimes with Bitcoins.
Okay.
It's good if they pay with crypto on weekends, because we immediately have the funds on our wallet. But still, those cryptos we need to exchange to fiat money and then pay the operator. And the same for the operator. They never accept crypto because they need the fiat money to pay the fuel supply, the catering, delivery, and in normal euro, USD, British pounds.
But transferring those crypto money to you takes all these issues out of the questions, because you know how to proceed further.
Yeah, we do accept crypto and exchanging them then to fiat money.
Okay. Let's talk about Middle Eastern markets. You've been in Dubai for almost a year. Can you tell me anything about what excites you about this market? Why is it more versatile in terms of European market? Or why is it in particular interest for you or interest for your clients?
First of all, the population of UAE, of Dubai, is growing constantly. More and more new people, new wealthy people are coming over.
Okay.
There is a huge development in private jet industry. Many international-based companies are building FBOs, private jet terminals, in Dubai Al Maktoum Airport, the new one. Middle East is an emerging market. Many of our clients relocating there. And since they are prepared for a good service quality, that the broker is available 24/7 for the confidentiality they are getting, for the expertise they have and the experience over many years of operation. So our clients who have been relocated, they're expecting us to go there and to get the same quality.
So that seems like you are traveling after your clientele who relocated, and you said, okay, that's a good opportunity for me as well to provide something that you have been offering in Europe since 19 years. You just take this bundle of quality of services and you set it on a new emerging market platform to offer your clients what they already got used to while being in Europe. Is that correct?
This is more about the company strategy for development, since we see Middle East is developing quite well, and money is definitely going to Dubai. So we are adapting ourselves as well, and we don't want to lose our clients. So that's why we are there.
So it's It's a strategic move.
Yes, it's a strategic move.
One of your top qualities in resume and also, as I see, in your experience. Okay, so I think being an aircraft broker definitely requires taking the risk. And when you work in a smaller company, not the huge corporation, that gives you flexibility to make the decision on your own and say, hey, I'm going to take on this challenge and I'm going to pull it through. So I think this is one of the qualities that you possess, ability to take risk. Can you tell me your first, most interesting, exciting flight that you ever done?
My first flight I sold in my career, it was to North Korea, to Pyongyang.
Okay.
Actually, the broker told us afterwards that he has requested the whole market and everybody was declining the flight, as there were no flights possible to this country.
Why wasn't that possible?
Because of the political situation in the country.
Was it a long time ago?
It was 19 years ago.
Okay.
It was my first flight. And I decided to sign the contract and to get this flight done. So at the end we did it, we got all the permits, so we were flying there and everything was good.
Okay. Do you remember the aircraft model?
Yeah, we did it with a Gulfstream G550.
Okay, excellent. Was the client satisfied with your services after all?
Yes, it was an amazing flight and the crew was satisfied as well. They were sitting in a hotel the whole duration of the journey and were not allowed to go outside.
That doesn't seem like fun, but still you took a risk by signing in contract and making this deal happen.
Yeah, we even went to the embassy with passports of our crews by ourselves, because not every country has an embassy, and we were trying to help as much as possible for the client, for the operation to get this done.
What's quite interesting is the fact that sometimes charter flights happen without the passenger, but with something on board to be transported to the desired destination. Very, very unusual for somebody who hears us for the first time, but in terms of business aviation, flights like that happen regularly, right?
Yeah, if you need some items ASAP from A to B, so you always go for a private jet, because we have good availability on aircraft and you can book the flight immediately and go like in 3 hours for departure. We had multiple interesting charter flights where we transported items for our clients on their request, so such like a grass cutter or a barbecue griller.
Okay.
Or we had also multiple coffin flights, so we're transporting coffins from A to B. And it's quite interesting.
You can offer black caviar, you can have for your catering anything from red lobster to anything that's available in terms of catering. But if I'm paying so much money for it, of anybody paying so much money for it, what's the fun of it? Can I have a jacuzzi in the plane?
Unfortunately, jacuzzi would not work because it's an open water which is not allowed in a plane. But newer ultra long-range jets have showers on board. You have it as an option when you're configuring your own private jet. There are not so many aircrafts available on the charter market with a shower because shower and the water for the shower it's quite heavy, which makes shortage on the range of the aircraft.
Okay.
It's limiting the aircraft for a longer flights.
Does it add to the overall amount of weight, which then influence the amount of fuel that you have to put into the plane?
Exactly. The weight for the water influence the weight of the aircraft, which gives the shortage of the range.
So every aspect of extra desire should be weighted out carefully in order to make the good price, right?
Yeah, we did a lot of preparation work before we are sharing a quotation with our client, checking all these insights, what's possible, what's not possible, depending on the client's request.
Quotation. You know, we've talked about certain kind of new features that has been entering the market over the course of last 20 years, let's say. And earlier, let's take 15 years from now, getting a quote always required a broker, But now you seems to have this trend that you can take an app, download it into your smartphone, and at the fingertips have a quotation for any kind of desired flight that you would like to have. But you do have a little bit of different opinion about those marketplaces, and in terms of quotation, can you please give me an advice for somebody who takes a look at the app and sees the price? Is that the end of the quotation? Is that the 90% accurate price, or is there anything else that you'd like to consider?
Usually marketplaces just give you indications for charter prices.
Indication?
Yeah.
That means?
That means it's not the real price, because the industry itself, it's not digitalized 100%. Mm-hmm. So the industry still does not want to automate all the pricing. Mm-hmm. So each price for a private jet flight gonna be calculated manually by each operator and sharing with you.
Is it at least 70% correct?
It's approximately 70% correct. Of course, you have some margin on the top for the risk if they give the indication. Mm-hmm. And once you're interested in any kind of prices, you will request a hard quote.
Mm-hmm. Do you think marketplace has a future or not? And if it has a future, when do you see it's possible from now?
It all depends on the operators. When operators are ready to share automatic pricing, but I would say it's a horizon of 10 years, not less.
Okay, so you always have to stress out and say, I need to have a hard or final quote in order to see if the price is close enough to its reality.
Exactly, yes.
Okay. Vlad, you are aircraft charter broker. Why are you the best?
Because I'm well experienced. I'm doing it since 19 years. I know all the operators around the world. So if a client comes to me, I immediately know whom he should use for his mission, where he can land, what aircraft he has to choose for this mission because of the luggage, because of the number of the passengers, catering, and yeah, that's about the private jet broker. We always know.
How fast can you respond?
We are responding in 30 minutes with a quotation already. Okay. With a final pricing for the charter flight. And of course, the charter broker is using different payment methods. The client can transfer us the funds, he can pay with the credit card or with crypto. This gives our clients the flexibility of the payments. So your work starts with quotation proposition and ends in? When do you end your work with a certain flight? Yeah, we are receiving the charter request from our client, doing our work to choose the right aircraft, preparing the quotation. And once the flight is confirmed, we are constantly in contact with the client to prepare his flight, choose the catering he wishes to have on his flight, the drinks. We are also collecting all the passenger passports to prepare his boarding on departure, arrival. When he comes to the airport, to the private jet terminal, everything is already set it up. So he just take his seat, having his coffee, while the luggage will be boarded to the aircraft and then leaving immediately. You're constantly available, always on the phone? Yeah, always 24/7, available for our clients, because we have to manage many things in the back. It's not just a quotation. There are many organizing steps which needs to be done. Does a client need to consider your office hours if you do have, or your office hours are everywhere available? We don't have office hours, we are working 24/7. Okay. So even I'm here by myself, I would like to speak on behalf of my team. We have a team of 5 employees who are taking care about the flights, helping our clients with different arrangements. We are always developing the range of our additional services which we can offer to our clients. For example, to rent a villa, or for example, to rent a yacht. Okay, concierge service. Yes, we have a wide range on concierge services as well, and we are always growing the team because we are now in the new market area, Middle East, and new clients are coming in, and we need always new people to give the best service on the market. maybe it's interesting to understand what makes us unique compared to others. So we are bringing the quality of the European standards to Middle East. With our experience, we will be developing our services to the new level.
Mm-hmm. How long are you seeing yourself in business aviation for future?
I definitely see us in 10 years developing new markets, growing the team, growing the services, and experience new interesting flights.
Congratulations on your achievements so far. Well, thank you so much for sharing information about your work ethics. Thank you so much for sharing information about what you do and where you're heading in the next 10 years. I wish you much luck with that.
Thank you, Irina, for inviting me.
Thank you, Vlad.